Now the respondents should stand up. Now this is an extradition application wherein the Republic of South Africa is requesting Eswatini to extradite the respondents to its territory. Now to inter alia face the multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit murder, unlawful possession of firearms and ammunition, contravention of Section 5 and 6 of the Prevention of Organized Crime Act of 1998. Other cases including malicious damage to property and reckless and negligent driving. Now, as well as failure to assist a victim after collision. Now, the offenses relate to 3 requests. Now, they are said to have been committed between 2022 and 2023. Now, request number 3 involves gruesome shooting and killing of Kiernan Judd Forbes, popularly known as AKA. Now, as well as his companion. This was in Durban, February 2023. Now, request number 3 relates to, as well, shooting and killing of Nhlanhla Ngcobo in Durban in March 2023.
The demeanor of the Ndimande brothers, uSiyabonga and uMalusi Ndimande, the 2 brothers who were involved in the murder, or should I say the gruesome murder of AKA and Tibz in Durban, February 2023, which was wildly watched in a viral video that shocked the nation. As they say, the somebody in a hat shot AKA at close range. So the Republic of South Africa has requested the extradition of these 2, which has stalled for the longest time. I believe that they were arrested in April. The others have been going through their bail applications over there in Durban. The other 5 accused have been going through their bail applications over there in the Durban, and of course they've been denied. And now the trial is supposed to commence. But how is it supposed to commence when these 2 were still out here in Eswatini, okay, saying, no, we're not coming back. We do not feel safe, because in police custody we wouldn't be safe. We have already received threats, and our families have received threats, and most of our family members have already been killed, okay? But as it stands, the Eswatini judgment has finally come. And what surprises me is about their demeanor right here, right now, is that one is laughing. He finds this highly hilarious, while the other is trying to maintain a serious face. Is this a distraction to highlight them as nonchalant, okay? To highlight himself as just another day, another dollar, okay? Just another day, just another charge. Because what? They are being extradited for the following, not just the AKA murder, which actually surprised me. They're being extradited for 3 different cases, okay? One is for the gruesome killing of AKA and Tibz in February 2023. You know what they did in March? Do you know what they did in March? Shooting and killing of Nhlanhla Ngcobo in Durban. And then, of course, there's other charges for malicious damage to property, reckless driving, and negligent driving, including failure to assist a victim after a collision. So basically, these 2 are not just, imgulugudu. No. They are not that just isgebengu. No. They are inkavis of note. Imagine after the widely covered murder of AKA, they still said, give me another gun. Give me another pew pew. I have another job to do. Okay. This is definitely crazy. But continue to watch their demeanor as the judgment continues to be read. And then you see the change. Okay. But let's listen to what evidence South Africa has presented to Eswatini, because Eswatini said, we're not just going to hand them over to you. Okay, you're going to have to present a case.
Our investigations tended to link the respondents before this court. Now, the evidence involved here consists of interviews conducted from different people who will be used as witnesses. Evidence as well involves cellular phone records Now, vehicle tracker reports, video footages, and photographs, among other things. So now the respondents were tracked and later spotted within this kingdom in the War region.
As you know, their lawyer demanded that what South Africa provide all the evidence that they have against them, and Eswatini said, "Yeah, send it over. Let's see it." The evidence against these two is witness statements, okay, cell phone records, and if you've been watching the Senzimeiwa trial, you already know we are stalled. We are there at a stalemate with the cell phone records. The Section 205s. Will this also be a deal breaker in the AKA trial, or is it that in KZN over there in the Durban courts things are going to flow with much ease? Okay, maybe they're going to flow like the maybe it's going to flow like the Luandle that they have over there. Okay, because in the Senzimeiwa trial, I am tired. It is exhausting. The Section 205s are coming back again on Monday, but you know what? I digress. There's also going to be the AVL tracker record. Again, we know from the Senzimeiwa trial that was another questionable evidence that was brought in. There's video footage. You guys know which video this is. If you don't already know it, I will link it up here. Wow, the gruesome murder of AKA. What an absolute gruesome footage. Not for the faint-hearted. And then also there's going to be photographs, among other things. I mean, these are not, it's very, very important to note that they have not been found guilty, okay? This is just an extradition request. They are yet to face the merits of their trial, of their case over there in the Durban. So please remember that they are presumed innocent, okay? Until found guilty. Let's continue on with this judge.
Now being suspects of these offenses. Now, in their defense, they have denied any involvement in the commission of the offenses. They allege that when they came into the country, they were fleeing tax wars wherein family members had been killed, and they themselves were facing death threats. In fact, respondent number 2 raised the defense of alibi, now alleging that at the time of alleged commission of the offenses, he was either at school or in hospital. Now, there are other defenses being raised that monies found in possession of the respondents were as a result of process of sale of combis. Now, all in all, the respondents' gist of defense revolves around safety and security. Now, they are saying they do not fear facing criminal charges in their home country. They are concerned about their safety and security. They are saying part of the threats involve the police, saying that the police had taken sides with one of the rival groups in the tax wars. Now they have labeled them as conspirators and accomplices. Now I want to first touch on the issue of alibi. Now this court has found that this defense is misplaced in these proceedings. This is a defense that can be raised during criminal trial. Now, this is in terms of Section 149 of our Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act. This provision even stipulates measures and procedures that have to be taken by the court whenever such a defense has been raised. Now, I have to also remark that in as much as respondent number 2 states that at the time of commission of the offense, he was not at the scene of the crime. The applicants as well have raised or disclosed evidence that he was indeed at the scene of crime. Now, the evidence, among other things, involve video footages showing respondent number 2 actually committing the offenses. I've already pointed out that this defense does not belong to these proceedings. It belongs to the criminal trial court. Now it is that court that is going to examine the defense and to consider the evidence and to then decide as to who is telling the truth. The same with the rest of the defenses that are being raised by the respondents. Now, the key principle involved in such cases is that there must be sufficient reason to place respondents on trial if the court has to allow the extradition application. Now, the evidence disclosed by the applicants as linking the respondents in the commission of the offense constitutes sufficient reason to extradite. The evidence disclosed, the cellular phone records, vehicle tracker reports, video footages. Now, I'm not, in fact, the interpretation is not a correct one. I'm not saying the evidence has been brought, but I'm saying it has been disclosed. So now, what remains is now the issue of the security concerns.
Welele, how the tables have turned. Now that the judge has disclosed that, listen, there is sufficient evidence for you to be extradited back to South Africa. What? That constitutes enough reason for you to be extradited. This is the only time, the entire time this judge was reading out his ruling or judgment, that accused number 2 has looked at the judge. He's not laughing anymore. It is hot in that courtroom. He had to open up the zipper halfway down his chest because it's getting hot. Now, why is he now staring at the judge? You know, this is an Inkabi, allegedly, okay? Who said he was in school or in hospital at the time of the shooting of AKA, but the evidence said, pa. You were right there. The section 205s again. Now, we know from the Gauteng High Court that those 205s can be highly questionable. But guess what? I don't think Stein is the one doing the cell phone downloads over there in KZN. So hopefully it's a clean-cut case. But let's continue listening into the rest of the judgment. This, for me, is justice. Justice has been served. They will be joining the 5 accused over there in the KZN. They might have to extend the courthouse. Somebody needs to build a bigger courthouse or a witness box because they are already crowded in there. The 5 of them couldn't fit, but then now it's going to be 5 plus 2 equals 7 Mgulugutus. Okay, it's 7 Inkabis, 7 people involved. And they say there's still more arrests to come involved in the murder of AKA and Tibz, but the mastermind. Okay, Sydney Glaba has not yet been arrested or charged or anything. But accused number 5, I think it is there, did not produce all his statements, and therefore bail was denied, where he proves that I only know Sydney Glaba because we only do real business together. Okay, this is not a hit. This is not a mastermind situation. It was a consultation. Wow. So trial continues in KZN. Congratulations, okay? Extradition granted. Let's hear the rest of the conditions this judge sets in Eswatini.
Now, the court has established that in as much as the respondents are saying the security concerns involves threats by the police, the court has established that if at all the police were involved, it may have been individual police officers and not the police institution. Now, I'm saying so because the affidavits involving, in fact, the affidavits deposed by the heads of various units in the police institution tend to show that this violence and threats are not entrenched in the institution. Now, one of the heads informed the court that he carried out investigations as soon as he got the report about the killings and the threats. A special unit was set for purposes of these investigations. He assured that once investigations are over, the culprits will be brought into book.
Wow.
Police heads, including the head of the correctional services, have assured that the respondents will be given maximum safety and security in their transmission to South Africa, including being received at correctional services. So now this means that the fears by the respondents regarding their safety and security has been dispelled. The court has added an additional safety measure now to order the South African Human Rights Commission, acting in terms of Section 2 of the South African Human Rights Commission Act of 2013, to ensure respect, protection, and observance of the rights of the respondents as they get conveyed to South Africa, including when they will be in the correctional services. Now, finally, the application is granted.
Thank you.
Yes, we have another case, the Makakula case.
And yaphela kanjalo, just like that, Eswatini says goodbye to the Ndimande brothers and says, back to South Africa you go. Your claims that it is an unsafe environment for you have not gone unheard. This court is putting in an extra measure for Usiyabonga and Umalusi Ndimande, that the South African Human Rights Commission to observe the rights of these two brothers, okay? Make sure the brothers are good, okay? When they're handed over to the South Africa, that they arrive there safely, everything is fine with the human rights and Dondoni, but don't just end it right there at the borders. No, no, no. Go all the way to correctional services, okay, where they will be incarcerated. Check it all out. Make sure that it's okay. That's the best Eswatini can do for you. It's been nice knowing you. The party house, you will not be returning to it over here in Eswatini. You know what? This application is granted. A victory for South Africa, a victory for AKA family, AKA and Tibz family, and of course a victory for who? The public, okay, AKA's fans, because this was a huge public outcry. A lot of pressure was put on Ubheki Cele, the Minister of Police Services at the time. And yeah, this is definitely a developing story. This happened in KZN, February 2023 on a Florida road, where AKA and Tibz were gunned down by accused number 2 right here. Allegedly, okay, the merits are yet to be tested in a court of law, even though there's video footage. He says, that's not me. I was in school or in hospital. This is a developing story. This is a great news. I'm going to have to check out over there the last bail application when court was postponed, because guess who will be there? These two will be joining the gangs over there, and it will be the 7 accused seated in court at the next appearance for AKA and Tivelo's murder trial. So I'm not sure if they'll be going into pre-trial. If these two want to apply for bail, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't waste state resources. That is it from me today. Thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, I highly appreciate it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's follow this case as well. Share this video to the last 3 people, okay, you chatted with on WhatsApp. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.
Now, in request 1, there is involved shooting and killing of William Bunene on the 9th of November 2022.